Hey, hi, and hello, guys. It's day 7, the Great Keto Adventure. Just kidding. It's day 7 of my keto journey. I put a recipe out there. I want to clarify that soy sauce isn't exactly keto. It's more dirty keto. If you want to switch that up a little bit with that tuna recipe, use the liquid aminos. Or it does the exact same thing. And that is keto. That's like 100% keto at that point. So, again, day 7, guys, I'm still learning. It's going to take a while. If it was day, 160, then you could yell at me for it. But please don't yell at me because I screwed that up. I didn't know that it was messed up until Amy was like, hey, Will, you realize soy sauce isn't exactly keto. And I was like, well, it is what it is. So that being said, that just kind of fixes that part of that video. I wanted to touch on a couple things. I want to introduce you to my pets today. I want to, today's kind of a messed up day. My vehicle is still down. And then I discovered that there was damage done to it during the tow. So that's going to kind of mess me up as far as going out and showing you guys stuff and doing stuff right now. I'm hoping to have it fixed in a week or so. It is what it is. I can't fix it myself. We've tried. I didn't. Zane tried. The starter shot in it. We just have to wait for the insurance company to do what they're going to do. And then we'll have everything back in running order. I was kind of hoping to be able to go to Ocean City either today or tomorrow, and I was going to film up there. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen right now because the vehicle's down. But we'll get that fixed. So, yesterday I talked about mental health and having pets and, even using your pets as kind of like a therapy thing. I know there are therapy animals like dogs and stuff like that, but no one ever talks about having a therapy cat. And if they do talk about having a therapy cat, you don't hear much about it because cats are kind of independent and weird. Cats kind of pick their humans, you don't pick them. They decide when, they're independent, they really are. I have 4 of the felines. And I love every one of them, even though one of them's really stuck up. We'll get into that later on in the videos, I'm sure. And I also wanted to introduce something that my wife got me. I am a huge cat fan. I love cats. If that wasn't, the fact that I have 4 of them.
And ducks.
And ducks, but we'll get into that later too. She got me this Pusheen probably 2 years ago. And I'm a big fan of Japanese culture and Japanese pop culture and American pop culture. So she gets me this Pusheen just out of the blue. And I was like, it's Pusheen! Not only is it Pusheen, but it's a unicorn Pusheen. I'm big into unicorns too. Don't ask. There was a phase where I wouldn't buy my kids any cereals or anything unless they had unicorn theme to them. They hated it because they're boys. I thought it was hilarious because they're boys. And normally boys don't get into the whole unicorn thing. So it was like unicorn cereal, catercorn cereal, unicorn pudding. Or what else did I get? It was like unicorn everything.
Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, Pop-Tarts.
And unicorn Pop-Tarts. I mean, everything. You walked in there and you would have sworn that I had 3 girls that I was feeding. Because everything was unicorn. And they would, this is kind of cruel and messed up, but I'd make them take it to school because I just thought it was funny.
You are cool.
So everything was fine. But it was to my own humor that I did that. So I thought it was funny. They didn't find it very humorous, but every time their friends would come over and be like, you have anything to snack on? Yeah, have a unicorn pudding. A what? And it was funny. I found it humorous. I've got a twisted sense of humor, though. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce my cats. I am all 4 of the little buggers. I've kind of You guys have seen like flashes of them here and there. And you will see flashes of them throughout all of my videos because, let's face it, my cats kind of rule my house. So I've got this one. This is my youngest. This is my therapy cat. I know that term's weird. But this is Lydia. Lydia is kind of in a touch-me-not mood. She is a Duluth Calico. She's a little over a year old. And she's looking at me like she wants to claw my eyes out. I just kind of woke her up. She's my princess kitty. I love this cat to death. She normally is very affectionate and loves me too. But right now she's like, don't touch me. It's that time of the cycle, if you know what I mean. Now, this is the old man of the house. This is our oldest cat. This is Pumpkin, and he got his name, when you see Fang, you understand. He got his name because I was actually volunteering. Hi, kitty, you're so pretty. He's so pretty that I call him a she all the time because he is just so pretty. We got Pumpkin. Wow, Pumpkin shedding. I'll explain. Yeah, you can hold her for a minute. We got Pumpkin and Fang. Yes, Fang is the other one. Hand me Fang.
Come here.
These guys knew that I was filming them because they're all right here. It's kind of cool.
This is Mikey.
This is actually, this cat has adopted Zane like mad, and you can see how calm they are and how lovey they are.
Oh yeah, Pumpkin adopted
This
Gareth.
is Fang, and Fang from day one has been Zane's cat, and I don't understand why, but this cat absolutely adores Zane, follows him around like a lost puppy dog. Mwah, don't you, buddy? You're such a big kitty. You're all healthy and happy. Fang and, I'll explain it real quick. Fang and, God, shedding. That winter coat's dropping off of them like mad. Sorry for the cat fur. We got Fang and Pumpkin. Actually, we got Pumpkin first. I was volunteering for a local, well, was then local in Western Maryland, West Virginia, a haunted house. I was doing their airbrush makeup and some of their special effects stuff. Prosthetics and stuff like that. Yes, that's a hobby of mine. I am an artist. You guys see the paintings back here. I do all of those. They're available in my Etsy store, by the way. CC Designs by William. Go check them out. They're cheap. I've got a bunch of them up there. I've got band paintings. I've got these types of paintings. I do custom glass etching and all that stuff. I know. Mindless self-promotion. My bad. CC Designs by William. Etsy. Anyway, someone was holding this little kitten. It was either the last year or the year before the last year we were there. Because I was there for 3 or 4 years. And someone was holding this little kitten and said, Will, can you hold this cat? Now, I was a big dude then. I was mobile. I was walking still. I was like, sure, I'll take it. So I hold this little kitten. Now, this kitten was that big.
No, it wasn't even that big.
He was baby, had very, very bad cold in his eyes, and still has sinus issues because of it. So I'm holding this little itty bitty kitten, and I'm walking around. I had a hot dog in my hand because I was eating. I mean, I'd been there for 6 hours or something. I was hungry, and I was talking to one of the other actors in the haunted house. And as I was holding this little kitten, I looked down, and my hot dog went from a full-size hot dog to about a quarter of a hot dog. And I looked down, and I was like, you ate my hot dog. Well, I take the kitten. I'm holding this kitten for probably 2.5, 3 hours. You know, putting it down, making sure it can go to the bathroom. Basically spoon-feeding it water because he didn't know how to drink at that point. He knew what food was, but I'm sure he knew how to drink. But anyway, so I'm keeping this kitten warm and happy, and his little belly went from nothing to that big around because I kept feeding him hot dogs. So I convinced Amy we weren't supposed to have pets at the time. And the place we were living said, absolutely not. And I was like, Amy, we're taking this kitten home. It's sick. I don't even know if it's going to live. And I mean, he was sick. Real skinny, small, frail. So I took this kitten home, and he just took to me. The kitten wouldn't leave my side. Well, the next day I go down there, and someone's like, "Where's Will? Where's Will?" Well, Will was back in his makeup room doing makeup, and they bring me this small, frail, sickly little yellow striped tabby with white spots. And they said, "This is the brother to the other one." I said, "Okay, well, what am I supposed to..." Gone, they were out the door. So now I've got two really sick little kittens.
And then I had to babysit
Fang. And then Amy had to babysit Fang because I was still doing airbrush makeup and the air compressor was really loud and we didn't want to scare him. So...
He's been trying to run away ever since.
He's been trying to run away ever since. Actually, he doesn't. He likes the outside. He likes to go outside. We don't allow them outside for several reasons. One, we live right by a major freeway and I'm afraid they'll get hit. And two, I don't like fleas. So if we let them out, we're going to have to contend with fleas. These guys are completely flea-free, and I'd like to keep it that way. Lydia, I got a year and a half ago. A neighbor of ours had a load of kittens that they'd had. Her mother was a farm cat, and basically, she hands me this kitten. She's got like 3 of them in her arms, and they're trying to climb all over. She's like, "Here, hold this." Hands it to me, and this little kitten, climbs up. There's a picture of me, actually, I think, on Facebook with Lydia. She climbed up on my shoulder and fell asleep. Now, I'm in the car talking to my neighbor, and the kitten fell asleep on my shoulder. Well, I tried to give the kitten back, and my neighbors said, "No, just take her down. I'll pick her up in a second. I'll come down to your house and I'll get her." Okay. Well, so I drive down the driveway with this sleeping kitten on my shoulder, and I come into the house. Well, that was it. As soon as she was in the door, of course, we were keeping her. And she didn't leave my side for, probably 3 or 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. I mean, everywhere I went, she was right there with me. So she became actually my therapy cat. More so than any of the other cats. When either me or Amy get upset, she'll get right up in our faces to make sure that we're okay. She actually holds my hand, which is kind of weird. She loves attention, loves to purr. I have this bed, you can see Pumpkin laying here. I have this bed sat beside me. Pan over for a second. It's just made out of blankets and stuff. And she will lay here literally all day if I'm upset. So she understands, when I'm stressed out. And, the Egyptians used cats for that kind of stuff for years. They thought they were magical because they can understand people, and at least I believe they can. And they can understand emotions and feelings, much as a dog will too. And now we have the last one that I haven't introduced, and I haven't introduced her yet for a reason, but I'm going to now. Bring her here.
She is not
She's
happy.
not happy.
Hang on, baby.
This is Voodoo. This is my Voodoo kitty. She is not happy. This is Voodoo. Voodoo is all black except for this calm down. This little itty bitty white patch.
You're okay, honey.
I saved Voodoo from a house, 4 years ago now. 4 or 5.
It was right before we moved.
She had a horrible bout of tapeworms. And we tried and could not get rid of them. And finally, thanks to a guy at Petco, got the right medicine, got it in her. Now she doesn't have them, but we think they messed with her brain. So she's very skittish, to say the least.
She's about
She
ready
is,
to call
hold
you.
on. She is a lovey girl. She is, and once you get her calmed down, she's awesome. She'll lay beside you and purr. Now, this cat that I wanted has become Amy's cat.
And mine.
This cat will climb up on Amy and rub on her and love on her and purr and play and everything else. Does not like me for some reason at all. But then again, I had to force feed her the pills that she took for the worming and all the worming medicine. So that may have had something to do with it. I'm not sure. But she is a good cat. if you, I hope that mic picks us up, because she's not exactly growling, but she's not happy.
I gotcha. I know. Oh my
We
goodness. Okay.
she's still part of our family, and we still love her, even though she's very disgruntled. So there's those guys. That's my cat collection. I guess I can say cat collection. But these guys are just as much a part of our family as the kids are, you know. I just want to show that I'm not saying go talk to your animals because it's good. It does work for me. I do, you know, Lydia's my cat. We will sit here and we will have conversations at night. And she looks to me like she's actually listening, even though she can't answer. But animals are great to talk to because they can't talk to anybody else and tell your secrets and tell what you're feeling. So if you feel the need to talk to your animals, talk to your animals. I know it sounds weird, but hey, it's the truth. So anyway, today's vlog didn't end up being what I wanted it to be. Although it's still, you know, I'm 7 days into it. Everything's going smooth. I haven't yet eaten anything that I wasn't supposed to eat other than the soy sauce. I haven't dipped into a candy bar or anything yet. I'm still sticking with the diet, and I feel better. I feel mentally more clear. I haven't really had any adverse side effects from this yet. So that being said, I'm sticking with it. I'm going to keep going, and we're going to see what week 2 brings. So 7 days into week 1 in the bag. If I go back on anything now, I lose a week. So guess what I'm not going to do is go back on it. So I guess that's basically it. Now, I do want to address one other thing, and that was, you know, I will do vlogs from time to time that are going to be controversial. And these are just my opinions on stuff. I am no way a scholar on anything that I talk about except for cooking. If you have a question on something, or if you think I missed something in one of my vlogs, please leave a comment down below. Let me know, and I'll address it as soon as I get a chance to. I'm not doing this to think that, you know, my opinion is the only opinion out there. I'm up for suggestions. If there's stuff you guys want to see, let me know in the comments below, and I will try to make it happen as best I can. I do have a small fireworks company, and what you guys will be seeing that too. Eventually, as things start to heat up for the summer, that's funny. As things start to heat up during the summer, you'll see that. You'll see us going to pick up the fireworks. You'll see us setting up the fireworks. You'll see us shooting off fireworks. It'll give you a different aspect on my life and how I handle things, being as big as I am. So we will be touching on that, and I will be touching on some subjects that aren't, people just don't talk about them. The depression and the mental health is one that's very rarely talked about. But we're going to get into other things that are hard to talk about, and stuff that people don't understand that I've had to do, and that other people that are my size have to do, just to stay on top of things. So again, if there's anything you guys want to see, want to hear, want to discuss, let me know, and we'll try to make it happen. Other than that, I guess today's vlog is pretty much over. So you guys get happy, get healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.